Alone in the frozen wasteland, she cradled her baby and sang a final song. Then, shadows moved closer. The hatch creaked above them, sealed with rusted bolts and dust. Ava stared at it while the ground below shook again, harder this time. Echoes of screeches filled the tunnels behind them. Dozens of creatures, maybe more, were closing in. Rex limped forward, using the wall for support. This hatch leads to the surface, maybe a beacon, maybe nothing. Ava hugged Eli close. His breathing was calm now, but his small body still felt too light, too fragile. "We have no other way," Rex nodded. "I'll open it." He reached for the panel beside the hatch and yanked off the cover. The wires behind it sparked and hissed. He joined two ends together. A loud click echoed, and the bolts began to pull. Back with a groaning sound, Ava looked back at the tunnel. Shadows flickered. Something growled. The screeching grew louder. "Faster, Rex. I'm trying," he growled, teeth clenched. One last wire. He connected it. The hatch burst open, cold. Wind rushed in. Snowflakes spiraled down. A metal ladder extended upward into the blizzard above. The sky beyond was dark and angry. Clouds swirling like smoke. "Go!" Rex shouted. Ava climbed first, cradling Eli in one arm, using the other to pull herself. Up, the wind stung her face. Ice cut her skin. She didn't stop. Halfway up, she heard Rex grunt. Below, he was fighting with something. One of the creatures had reached the chamber. "Rex!" She screamed. He stabbed his metal arm into the creature's jaw, forcing it back. "Keep climbing." Another creature lunged out of the darkness and tackled him. They crashed into a wall of pipes. Ava reached the top of the ladder and pushed open the second hatch. Blinding white light hit her eyes. The snowstorm was thick, but through it, she saw a tall structure, a tower, blinking with a red beacon. She pulled Eli close to her chest, wrapped in her coat, and shouted into the storm. "Is anyone there?" Help. No answer. Just the howl of the wind. She looked down. Rex was climbing now, one leg dragging, bleeding from the side, sparks flickering in his joints. The creatures were coming after him. Ava reached down. "Come on, Rex." He grabbed her hand. She pulled with all her strength. His metal fingers locked onto hers. Suddenly, the ladder broke below him. Two creatures fell, screaming. With one final pull, Ava dragged Rex onto the snowy surface. The hatch slammed shut behind them. Rex coughed, blood leaking from his mouth. "Go to the tower." Ava helped him up. Together, they ran through the snow, shielding Eli from the icy wind. The red beacon blinked faster now, as if sensing them. The tower's door opened automatically. A warm light poured out. Ava stepped in first. Inside, the air was warm and dry. The room was empty, except for a large round console. It glowed blue. Rex limped in behind her. "This is a relay station, old tech, but strong enough to send a message far, maybe to Earth." Ava looked at the console. "Can we use it?" Rex nodded. "Just place him there." She gently laid Eli on the platform. The console scanned him. Lights blinked. Then a voice, soft and ancient, spoke. "Signal confirmed. Hybrid child detected. Emergency protocol unlocked." Ava looked at Rex in shock. "Hybrid?" He nodded. "He's more than human. That's why they want him." A hidden door slid open at the back of the room. Behind it, a ship, sleek, silent, ready. Ava's heart raced. Suddenly, the beacon blared. Outside the hatch, they were coming again. But now, they had a way out. Rex looked at Ava. "You can save him now." Ava looked at the ship, then at her child, and she knew the story wasn't over. It was just beginning. The chamber was quiet, except for the soft hum of old machines and the urgent beep of the baby's cocoon. Ava stood frozen, staring at the red warning lights. Eli's face was pale. His tiny body twitched under the protective gel. His heart rate Spiked again. Rex dragged himself closer, leaning against a broken console. Let me see the vitals. Ava pressed a button on the side of the cocoon. A screen appeared, showing the baby's readings, oxygen level dropping. Pulse erratic, nervous system overactive. Rex's voice was low. This isn't sickness. It's interference. Ava's eyes filled with panic. What kind of interference? He reached inside his damaged chest and pulled out a thin black cable. With shaking hands, he connected it to the cocoon's port and to a chip near his temple. His eye flickered as data streamed in. Something touched his blood, Rex said. Breathing. Hard. A foreign protein. Not poison, not infection. Something engineered. Ava whispered. Engineered? Like them? He nodded. It's small. Growing. Attached to his nerves. She backed away. No, please. It's a tag, Rex said. A living tracker. They marked him. Ava nearly collapsed. They're tracking him through his body? Yes, he said, voice cold. That's why they didn't attack again. They're waiting, watching. They know where he is, always. Ava stared at Eli, tears pouring down her cheeks. Can we stop it? Rex disconnected the cable. Maybe, but we'll have to cut it out. Ava's hands trembled. He's just a baby. We don't have a choice. Rex dragged himself to the side of the room, opening a rusted medical locker. Inside, he found a portable surgical kit. It buzzed to life weakly. Low battery. Lay him on the table, he said. Ava hesitated, then did as he asked. She gently lifted the cocoon, opened the top seal, and unwrapped Eli. His skin was cold and wet from the gel. His little fingers twitched. I'll guide your hands, Rex said. I can't hold the tools right now. You want me to do it? Ava's voice cracked. You're steady. You'll do fine. Just follow my voice. She wiped her eyes. Took a deep breath. Okay, she whispered. Okay. Rex handed her a scanning wand. Start here. Right arm. Just below the shoulder. Ava scanned carefully. The screen showed a dark shape wrapped around Eli's nerve, moving slightly, alive. There it is, Rex said. Hold the cutter just above the entry point. Don't touch the nerve. Her fingers shook. Sweat ran down her face. She lowered the tool. Now, Rex said. The cutter hissed. Ava sliced gently, slowly, cutting through the skin. Eli cried. Ava sobbed. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Almost there, Rex said. Now the probe. Pull the tag out. She slid a thin probe into the wound. It latched onto the black shape. It wriggled, fighting. Pull. Steady. She pulled. A small black worm-like object emerged, twitching in the air. It glowed faint blue. That's it, Rex shouted. Drop it in the chamber. Ava tossed it into a metal box. Rex slammed the lid and locked it. The lights on Eli's monitor blinked. Green. Ava fell to her knees, crying and holding her son close. He's okay. He's okay. Rex leaned against the wall, his face pale. We bought some time. Ava turned to him. But they'll know we removed the tag. Yes, he said. And now they'll come for real. Suddenly, the walls of the chamber shook. A deep rumble echoed from the tunnel behind them. Not one creature, not two. Dozens. Coming fast. Ava stood, cradling Eli, staring into the dark. We have to leave, she said. Rex looked at the ceiling hatch. There's one more way out, but it leads up, through the surface. And what's up there? She asked. He looked at her. I don't know. Rex lay on the floor, sparks fizzing from his arm. His breathing was slow and uneven. Ava knelt beside him, pressing her hand to his chest, part metal, part skin, all scarred. You need help, she said, trying to stop the damage. You're bleeding inside. Rex coughed, eyes half closed. System. Rerouting power. I'll live. Ava looked at his cracked arm. The metal was torn open, wires exposed. Fluid leaked slowly. You call this living? Rex gave a weak smile. You'd be surprised how many times I've heard that. The cocoon floated silently nearby. Eli was still sleeping inside, warm and safe. His monitor blinked green. But the room was filled with silence, the kind that doesn't feel safe. Ava whispered, "It's too quiet." Rex nodded weakly. They never hunt alone. Her stomach twisted. What? Rex opened his damaged eye, voice low. These creatures, they were made in swarms, always more than one. One scouts. The rest follow. Ava's heart dropped. She stood, grabbed her weapon, and walked to the shattered entrance of the cave. Cold air poured in. The snow outside was calm, too calm. She looked up. Dark. Shapes moved on the far ridge. 4 of them tall, pale, crawling. She backed away. Rex, they're coming. Rex groaned, pulled himself up against the wall. His body sparked again. He looked at the ridge, eyes calculating. They're not running in yet, he said. They're waiting. For what? He stared at the dead body of the first creature lying across the floor. They're watching. Learning. Ava's voice shook. What do we do? Rex looked toward the back of the cave. There's a tunnel, old escape shaft. It leads under the ice. It's risky, but it's the only way out. How long until they find it? Not long. Ava moved fast. She pushed the floating cocoon toward the back wall. You lead, I'll cover. Rex tried to stand. His leg gave out. He crashed to the floor. I can't run, he muttered. Leg servos are gone. Ava knelt beside him. Then we fix it. No. Time. Then we find a way anyway, she said, voice firm. You didn't leave me in the snow. I'm not leaving you here. Rex stared at her. Her eyes didn't shake. Slowly. He reached into his chest panel and pulled out a small tool, a data chip connected to wires. Take this, he said. Plug it into the tunnel door. It'll open. Ava grabbed it. You're coming too. She pushed a metal cart behind Rex, rolled him onto it with effort. He grunted in pain but didn't stop her. Can the tunnel hold the cocoon? She asked. Barely. We'll have to crawl. Ava led the way. The cave shook behind them as another claw scratched against stone. The swarm was getting closer. She reached the tunnel door, plugged in the chip. The door slid open with a hiss. Cold air rushed out. A narrow metal shaft sloped downward, lit by old red emergency lights. Go, Rex said. She guided the cocoon in first. It hovered low, sliding slowly into the tunnel. Then she helped Rex onto the edge and began pulling him down, inch by inch. The tunnel was tight, full of dust and old wires. But it was safe, for now behind them, the main cave shook again. Then, a screech, louder, closer. Rex whispered, They're in. Ava didn't stop crawling. We're almost there, she said. Then, a new sound ahead. A door opening. Fresh air. Light. Ava pulled harder. The tunnel ended in a slope that opened into another chamber, large and filled with old machines. We made it, she whispered. Then Eli's cocoon beeped twice. Red. A warning. Rex looked up. What's wrong? Ava rushed to the screen. Heart rate, too fast. Breathing, too shallow. No. No, she gasped. Something's wrong with him. Rex pulled himself closer, scanning. It's not the cold, he said. It's something else. Ava stared at her baby. And then she remembered. The creature had touched her when she fought. Did it leave something behind? Darkness swallowed the cave. No lights. No sound. Just the soft cry of the baby and the slow drip of melting ice from the ceiling. Ava froze. She could feel her heart pounding. Every breath felt too loud. Rex? She whispered. I'm here. Came his calm voice in the dark. She turned her head toward the sound. But she couldn't see him. I can't see anything. Rex activated a tiny switch on his rifle. A dim blue light flicked on. glowing from the side of the barrel. It cast long shadows across the walls. "We're on emergency backup," he said. "Only lasts 20 minutes. Ava held Eli tighter. "What happened?" "It cut the main power," Rex answered. "Smart." Ava looked at the dented door. The center was bending slowly, pushed from the outside. Claws scraped again. Metal screamed. Eli whimper. Ed. Rex moved fast, crossing to the cocoon pod. He unfolded it with a click, revealing a padded interior glowing with soft light. "Put him in," Rex ordered. Ava hesitated. "I don't want to leave him." "It's not about leaving him," Rex said. "It's about protecting him. This thing can take a blast." "Even from me." Ava gently kissed Eli's forehead. "You're going to be okay, baby. I promise." She placed him inside. The cocoon sealed with a hiss, covering him in soft, warm gel. The outer shell turned hard like armor. The cries stopped. His vitals showed green on the screen. Rex placed the cocoon behind a wall panel, hidden. Then he looked at Ava. "Now we fight." A deep boom echoed through the cave. The door bent further, cracking at the edges. A long black claw slipped through. Scraping at the inside wall. Rex aimed his rifle. "Stay behind me." Ava raised her small weapon. Her hands shook. "I'm not letting you face it alone." Then it happened. Crash! The door burst inward, exploding into pieces. A cold wind roared through the entrance, and the creature stepped inside. It was worse than before, hunched, white-skinned, long-limbed. Its face had no eyes, just empty dark holes and sharp rows of teeth. It moved like a shadow, silent but full of death. Rex fired. Boom! The blast hit the creature in the chest. It stumbled but didn't fall. Ava screamed and shot her weapon. Sparks flew as the beam grazed its shoulder. It let out a horrible screech. High, metallic, hungry. Rex threw something. A metal disc. Bang! A flash bomb lit the room white. The creature roared, flailing blindly. Rex ran at it, slammed his full metal arm into its side, pushing it back toward the entrance. "Go!" He shouted. "Take the baby and run." "No!" Ava cried. "We do this together." The creature slashed, cutting across Rex's side. Sparks flew. He groaned but didn't stop. He punched hard, breaking part of its jaw. Ava ran to the panel, grabbed the cocoon. She slid it onto a hover pad. It floated silently. Then she turned back just in time to see the creature throw Rex across the room. He slammed into the wall. Hard. "Rex!" He didn't move. The creature turned toward her now, limbs crawling across the walls like a spider. It came fast. She stood her ground, aimed her weapon, and screamed as she fired. Zap! Zap! Each shot hit its chest, burned holes into its skin, but it didn't stop. Just before it reached her, bang! "Rex!" Fired from the floor. The final pulse hit the creature's head. It froze. Shook. And collapsed. Smoke rose from its skull. It didn't move again. Ava dropped her weapon and ran to Rex. His body sparked. He was breathing, but slow. His metal arm was broken, wires exposed. "You're hurt," she whispered. "I've been worse," he said with a small smile. She grabbed his hand. "We're not done yet." Behind them, the cocoon blinked green. Eli was still safe, but now they had a bigger question. Was that the only one? The cave was no longer quiet. Alarms blinked softly on the wall screen. A red warning flashed. Motion detected to 40 meters. Ava sat on the edge of the cot, her heart pounding. She rocked Eli slowly in her arms. He was asleep again, unaware of the terror just outside. Rex stood near the sealed door, rifle across his chest, eyes locked on the monitor. His body was tense, every part alert. "It's waiting," he said. Ava whispered. "Why doesn't it attack?" Rex didn't answer right away. Then he said, "It's watching us." "Studying," Ava swallowed. "Like we're animals in a cage?" Rex looked at her. "No, like we're prey." The silence between them stretched, filled only by the low hum of the heater and Eli's soft breaths. Ava broke it. "Have you seen something like this before?" Rex looked down. His voice was flat. "Yes." She waited. He didn't want to speak, but something in her eyes told him to. "I was part of a unit," he began. "Special team, half human, half machine, sent to remote colonies to fight off ... threats." "What kind of threats?" Rex paused. "Things like that creature." "Biotech weapons. Grown, not built. Programmed to hunt. They were made during the war. Then abandoned." Ava stared at him. "So it's from Earth?" "Not Earth," he said. "But humans made it, years ago. Then they left it here. And forgot." She felt cold again, despite the warmth. "And now it's awake, because of us." Rex nodded. It was sleeping. The crash woke it. Outside, something scraped against stone. Ava jumped. Eli stirred. Rex moved to the screen. "It's close, trying to test the wall." He tightened his grip on the rifle. Ava looked down at Eli. "We can't stay here forever." "We won't," Rex said. "But if we run now, we die." She looked up. "Then what's the plan?" "I set traps, old tech. If it crosses the power line again, I can overload it. Hit it with a charge big enough to stun it. And then?" Rex looked at the ceiling. "Then we run." Ava shook her head. "We'll never make it far with a baby. In a storm." Rex said nothing. Then he walked to a nearby crate, pulled out a folded device. It looked like a backpack with wires. "What's that?" "Auto cocoon," he said. "Military use. You strap a child or injured person in. It seals them in heated gel and armor. Floats on repulsor pads. It'll keep them alive." She blinked. "For how long?" 3 days, maybe 4. Ava touched the soft cloth on Eli's blanket. "You were planning this before." "Yes," Rex said quietly. "I always plan for the end." She looked up at him, eyes hard now. "I don't care what you were. You're not just a machine anymore. You care about him. Don't pretend you don't." Rex met her eyes. For the first time they seemed softer, human. Then the cave shook. A deep, low growl came from the outer wall. A crack split the monitor. Rex raised the rifle. "It's starting." Eli began to cry. Ava rocked him fast. "Baby, please." The lights flickered. A long, sharp screech came from the door. Claws on metal. Ava stood. "We have to go." Rex nodded once. He opened the crate, pulled out a second weapon, smaller, fit for her hands. "Can you shoot?" She held it. "I can learn fast." Rex looked at her. "Then stay close." Behind the wall, something slammed again. Harder this time. The door bent inward. Just a little. Eli cried louder. Ava held him close and whispered, "Please stay with me." And then the lights died. The wind outside screamed across the ice. Snowflakes hit the cave's rocky entrance like tiny bullets. Ava held Eli close, wrapped in a warm blanket made from stitched-together thermal cloth. The baby stirred now and then but didn't cry. He was stronger today, warm, safe, for now. Rex stood near the entrance. He hadn't rested in hours. His eyes scanned the snow, glowing faint blue in the darkness. Ava stepped beside him. "You said something's out there. What is it?" Rex didn't look at her. "It's not in the maps. It moves fast. Leaves no heat. But it's big. Almost the size of a hover truck." She frowned. "An animal?" "No," he said. "Too smart. It circled the shipwreck first. Then it followed your trail. But it stopped halfway here." "Why?" Rex's voice dropped. "Because it's waiting." Ava swallowed hard. "Waiting for what?" "I think it was testing you, or me." She hugged Eli tighter. "I thought this place was empty," she whispered. "It was. For a long time." He turned to her. "But when your ship crashed, something woke up." Ava looked out into the night. Fear crept into her chest like cold air through cracks. "Can we kill it?" she asked. Rex paused. Maybe. That was not the answer she wanted. Later, Ava sat near the heater, feeding Eli with a small dropper. She watched Rex open a wall panel and take out an old weapon, a pulse rifle. It looked worn but deadly. He checked the charge cell. Half full. You're going out there, aren't you? She asked. Yes, he said. I need to know what it is. What if you don't? Come back, then you stay here. Keep the door sealed. Use the manual override if power fails. Ava shook her head. I'm not letting you walk into that thing alone. Rex looked at her, serious. You have a baby. He needs you. He needs both of us. Rex paused, then gave her a small nod. 10 minutes, he said. You stay behind me, no sound. The night swallowed them. Rex walked ahead, his rifle ready. Ava followed, holding Eli inside her coat, his face tucked against her chest. The cold bit into her skin, but she didn't stop. She kept her eyes on Rex's back. The snow was deep, the wind sharp. They moved slowly, every step was hard. But they made it across the frozen flat to a ridge above the crash site. Rex raised a hand. Ava stopped. He dropped to one knee, scanned the area with a scope. Then he froze. Ava whispered, "What is it?" He spoke quietly. There. Below them, near the wreckage, something moved. Not a man. Not a machine. A shape, tall, hunched, with long arms and clawed hands. Its skin was white, like snow. It had no eyes. Only dark holes where a face should be. It sniffed the air, slow and careful. It's smelling, Rex said. Tracking. Ava felt Eli move. She pressed him closer. The creature snapped its head up. Its head turned toward them. Rex's eyes widened. Run! They turned and bolted back through the snow. The creature let out a sharp, awful scream. A sound like metal tearing and wind howling together. Behind them, it chased. Fast. Too fast. Rex stopped, spun around, and fired the rifle. Boom. A bright blue pulse hit the snow near the creature. It screamed again, jumped to the side, and vanished into the dark. Rex grabbed Ava's arm. Move now. They ran the last stretch to the cave. Ava stumbled inside. Rex slammed the door shut behind them and sealed the lock. They panted, silent. Then Rex looked at her. It knows we're here. Ava held Eli tight, and it's not going to stop. The cave was quiet. Warm air flowed through hidden vents. Machines hummed softly in the walls. Ava lay on a small bed made from old blankets. Eli slept peacefully in her arms, his tiny chest rising and falling. Rex-7 sat nearby, watching. He didn't blink. His eyes glowed faint blue in the dim light. One hand rested on the table, fingers made of metal and scarred synthetic skin. He hadn't spoken in over an hour. He didn't need to. Ava opened her eyes slowly. She whispered, "Where are we?" The man replied, voice low and even. An old base, built during the first colony wars. I've been here for 14 years. She held Eli tighter. Why didn't anyone come for you? They did, he said. But not to rescue me. Ava didn't ask more. She understood. His voice carried too much silence. She sat up carefully. Thank you for saving my baby. Rex-7 said nothing. Ava looked at him now, really looked. He was tall, broad, and built like a soldier. Half his jaw was metal, his left arm too. Parts of his chest and neck and hard plating, but his eyes, they were human. Tired eyes, haunted. What's your name? She asked. I don't use it. Can I call you something? Call me what you want. She smiled a little. Okay, how about Rex? He didn't respond. But he didn't reject it either. Ava looked down at Eli. We were going to Earth. It was supposed to be safe. But something hit the ship, or maybe it just broke apart. I don't know. I was the only one with an emergency pod. The others? Her voice cracked. Rex stood, walked to a panel, typed something. A screen lit up, showing a map. You landed 12 kilometers from the impact site. I tracked the signal once your pod hit ground. She nodded slowly. So you saved us. No, I only saved the child. You weren't breathing. But I am now. You weren't supposed to be. Ava felt a chill, even in the warmth. I don't understand, she whispered. He turned and looked straight at her. I don't save people. That's not what I'm built for. Ava stared. Then why did you? Silence. He looked away. I heard your song. Ava blinked. The lullaby? She asked. Yes, he said. In the storm, through the cold. I heard it. It reminded me of something. A long pause. I don't know what, he said. Ava didn't speak. She just watched him. He was more broken than the ice outside. But he was trying to remember something warm that mattered. She stood up slowly, her legs still weak. She walked toward him. Rex, I need your help. I can't take care of Eli alone. Not here. He didn't move. I need you, she said softly. And I think maybe you need us too. His eyes met hers. Something passed between them, not love. Not yet, but a fragile thread. Human. I will keep you alive, Rex said. But this planet is not safe. Something else is here. Ava tensed. What do you mean? He pointed to the map. Something large, fast. It came after the crash. It's moving this way. Ava's breath caught. What is it? Rex's eyes darkened. I don't know, but it's not human. He looked down at the sleeping baby. Whatever it is, it's hunting. Ava hugged Eli close. Then we stay together. Rex nodded once. The past had frozen him. But now, the future was coming fast, and they had to survive it. The snowstorm faded by morning. The sky turned a pale gray. A soft wind moved over the white land. Tracks in the snow showed where the man had walked, carrying the baby in his arms and leaving the woman behind. Still and cold, but Ava was not dead. She woke slowly. Her body ached. Her skin burned from frostbite. Her lips were dry and cracked. But she was alive. Barely she gasped and sat up. Eli. He was gone. She looked around. No ship, no baby. Just snow. Tears filled her eyes. Her voice was weak. No. She tried to stand, but her legs failed. She fell face first into the snow. Pain shot through her arms. She didn't care. She dragged herself forward, following the deep footprints. The wind howled again. The trail was starting to fade, but she kept moving. She had to. Far ahead, the stranger held the baby close. Eli was breathing now, slow but steady. The stranger had a thick, heated coat. Inside it, the child was warm. He looked down at the small face. The baby twitched and made a soft sound, a sleepy whimper. You are stronger than she thinks. The man said. He had no name, not anymore. People once called him Commander Rex 7, a hybrid, half man, half machine. Built for war, left for dead. For years he had lived on this icy planet alone, watching the stars, listening to signals that never came, hoping to forget the things he had done. But last night, he heard her song, a mother's voice. A lullaby in the wind. Pulled him from the shadows. Now for the first time in many years. He wasn't alone. Ava's fingers bled. Her eyes burned. But she crawled forward, one hand after another, dragging herself across the snow. She followed the trail like a dying animal. Her mind played tricks. She heard the lullaby again, soft in her ears. Was it memory? Or something more? Her voice cracked. Wait, please. Don't take him. She coughed. Blood. Her body was at its limit. But then she saw it. A light in the distance. Faint. Blue, like a doorway. She blinked. Was it real? She kept going. Inside a hidden cave, covered by thick rocks and ice, the stranger's shelter glowed warm. Machines buzzed softly. Lights blinked. There was heat, food and medical tools. Rex-7 placed the baby on a padded table. He ran a scanner over him. The screen flashed green. Stable, he said. He walked to the wall, opened a cabinet, took out a bottle of nutrient milk and a tiny feeder tube. He gently fed the baby, drop by drop. The baby sucked weakly, then, "Little stronger. You will live," Rex-7 said. He stared at the child. A strange feeling filled his chest. A memory of something soft. Long forgotten. He didn't notice the sound behind him. Snow crunching. A soft cry. "Please, let me see him." He turned. Ava stood at the entrance. Barely. Her body shook. Her face was white, but her eyes, they burned with fire. She stumbled forward, falling to her knees. "He's mine, please." Rex-7 stepped aside. Ava crawled to the table, touched her baby's cheek. "Eli." The baby turned his head slowly. A soft sound came from his lips. Ava sobbed and held him close. Rex-7 watched in silence. He felt something stir inside him again. Strange, heavy. Then he said, "You should rest. You're dying." Ava nodded slowly. "I'll rest, but not without him." She curled around the baby, breathing in his warmth. For the first time since the crash, she felt hope. And somewhere, deep inside Rex-7's mechanical heart, something very old began to wake.